much for checking it out. Check it out. Now, listen, it feels like year after year we say the Grammys should matter. We should empower our own award shows and kind of put more focus and emphasis on awards like, I don't know, the BET Hip Hop Awards or something like that. Basically, we usually say they get it right. And because we've seen in the past where the Grammys has definitely slighted a bunch of people, including Kendrick Lamar, probably one of the most recent, when they awarded 1989 the rap album, actually album of the year, over To Pimp a Butterfly. Not only that, we saw Macklemore won over Good Kid, Mad City for Best Rap Album. So we're seeing the Grammys fuck shit up. Now, here's the whole thing about this, right? Frank Ocean, we all know him, right? He basically said, I ain't submitting no works for the Grammys. The Grammys are outdated. So he's not submitting like his album that he put out this year or last year for consideration for any awards. He's saying, I don't give a fuck. You guys are outdated. I don't even want you guys to judge me, okay? Now, the Grammy producers and writers, there was like two of them, they came out in a Rolling Stone interview and they basically defended themselves. They said, yo, I think Frank Ocean's a little bit salty because he had a performance back in 2013 and it was kind of a little bit faulty. It wasn't the best thing for TV, and basically because of the backlash, he kind of is blaming it on us. Now, Frank Ocean penned a long motherfucking like essay where he was responding back to these two motherfuckers, and one of their names is Ken Eric and the other one's David Wild, and he blasted them accordingly. He said, okay, Ken and David, as much as I hate to make you niggas famous or even to respond to you directly, we all die one day, and you're old, so fuck it. Yeah, my 2013 performance at the Grammys was absolute fucking shit. Technical difficulties, blah, blah, blah. Thanks for the reminder, all right? Very much appreciated, but fuck that performance, all right? You think that's why I kept my work out of the Grammy process this year? Don't you think I would have wanted to play the show to redeem myself if I felt that way in reality? I actually wanted to participate in honoring Prince on the show, but then I figured my best tribute to that man's legacy would be to continue to be myself out here and be successful. Winning a TV award doesn't christen me successful. It took me some time to learn that. I bought all my masters back last year in the prime of my career. That's successful. Blonde? Sold 1 million plus without a label. That's successful. I am young, black, gifted, and independent. That's my tribute. I've actually been tuning into CBS around this time of year for a while to see who gets the top honor. And you know what's not really great TV, guys? 1989 getting Album of the Year over To Pimp a Butterfly, hands down one of the most faulty TV moments I've seen. Believe the people. Believe the ones who rather watch select performances from your program on YouTube the day after because your show puts them to fucking sleep. Use the old gramophone to listen, bro. I'm one of the best alive, and if you're up for a discussion about the cultural bias and general nerve damage the show you produce suffers from, then I'm all for it. Have a fucking good night. Now, I gotta say salute to Frank Ocean. I thought this was a well-penned response to them motherfuckers, okay? We just have one problem, right? Because basically he's saying, the Grammys are out of touch. I think we all believe that. We know that. However, we all still look towards them because at the end of the day, we won't look to empower something that seems more closer to the culture, that we could look to them to get stuff right. For example, the BET Awards, right? Or the BET Hip Hop Awards. We look at them shits like that's ghetto, right? But when we look at the Grammys, where we have people that don't look like us who could give us awards about the craft that they don't understand and they seem outdated about, we still put them on a pedestal because that's the big thing. Not only that, we do have to acknowledge that just internationally, the Grammys have achieved a status where people outside your genre, they're going to look at that as a source of accomplishments or a plateau that most rappers or most artists in general can and should attain, all right? So it's kind of a double-edged sword. However, I got to agree with Frank Ocean. Is he a little bit salty by penning all this? Yeah, they called his performance shitty, and they pretty much saying, you were born as a motherfucker, and he flipped the script on them saying, I'm boring. You kidding me? Like, you got the worst show out here. You got a show that's out of touch with the people who are watching, and you got a show that gets shit wrong all the time. So, again, the truth really lies in between. Frank Ocean's performance was trash, though, and I think he acknowledges it here in the goddamn paragraph. But the Grammys, they're definitely outdated. I mean, how much? Yeah, they gave Macklemore a Grammy over Good Kid, Mad City. I mean, they gave Taylor Swift, and salute to Taylor Swift, she's a beautiful young lady, but they gave Taylor Swift, 1989, a Grammy over To Pimp a Butterfly. They're definitely out of touch, all right? But you guys be the judge. Get in the comments, you guys like them, and subscribe to Akademiks. I'm out.